Alright, so today we're going to play Mystery Quadrilateral. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be giving you some clues, and you need, once you figure it out, to write the shape, draw the shape, and write its name. Okay, you ready? Alright, clue number 1. I have 4 sides and 4 angles. Oh, sorry guys. Might be helpful if you could see, huh? Okay, clue number 1, I have 4 sides and 4 angles. That could be a lot of different things. Bria, Billy, sit. It's really not that serious. Alright, clue number 2. All of these clues go to one shape. You have to figure out what the shape might be. Why does that keep going away? Why won't it stay? 2. Sometimes I can have 2 square corners. Thinking, what could that shape be? Or, what could that shape not be? Alright, clue number 3, and then I want you to draw what you think that is. I only have 1 set of parallel lines. So the mystery shape must have 4 sides, 4 angles. Sometimes it can have 2 square corners. And it only has 1 set of parallel lines. Make sure you draw it. Make sure you write its name. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Caps on markers. Caps on markers. And I want to see your boards. Boards up. A lot of you, can I borrow this? A lot of you drew your trapezoid like this. Does this shape have any square corners? No. Can I borrow yours? But a trapezoid could look like this. Does this shape have square corners?
Yes.
Tricky, tricky, tricky. All right, mystery shape. Let's see if you're right. You are. Trapezoid. All right, clear your boards. Clear your board.
I need help.
Bring it up here.
Trying to get it onto my
Alright, clue number 1. I have equal sides. You're thinking in your brain, what could it be? What could it not be? Clue number 2. I have 2 sets of parallel sides. Think in your brain. Think in your brain. Alright, last clue, and you're going to draw it and write the name. I have no square corners.
Got it.
Your voice is not on, crew. Don't forget to write it and write its name.
That's so easy.
Your voice is not on, and reminder, what's easy for you might not be easy for anyone else. Please stop calling out. I have equal sized sides. I have 2 sets of parallel sides, and I have no square corners. 5, 4,
No, it's not square.
3, 2, 1. Caps on markers. That's not the directions I just said. I said caps on markers. Why are you holding up a board? Caps on markers. Caps on markers. Alright, board's up. Let's see what we got. Alright, I see a couple of different things. Is a diamond a shape?
No.
That is just a sideways square. Is it going to be a square? No, it is not a square because squares have square corners. A kite does not have parallel sides. It does not have parallel sides, so it is not a kite. Hunter, your picture and your name don't match. That's not the name of it. A trapezoid has 2 sets of parallel sides. This mystery shape has 2 sets. A trapezoid only has 1 set of parallel sides. William, you're not wrong, but that's not the best name for that shape. Alright, let's see what shape it is. Ready, set? What is the name of that shape? Raise your hand to answer that question. What is the name of it? Hunter, I specifically said your name and your shape don't match. The shape that you drew is not the name that you put it with. Billy, what's the name of this shape? That is a rhombus. That is a rhombus. Alright, put your board flat on the ground. Put your marker on top of your board. And put your tissue on top of your board as well. Yes, I've already said that. Alright, so what we are going to do is in a moment you are going to play a similar version of this game in partners. Okay? So I want to go over some rules. So I am going to give you and your partner 1 bag. You're going to take turns. So for instance, please stop. If me and Cade are partners, Cade will go first and he'll give me clues. And then after we figure it out, we'll switch. So then I will give Cade clues. Does that make sense? If you are the clue giver, you don't tell them, and then you'll switch the next shape. Does that make sense? Hang tight. Hang tight. Let me go over the directions, and then if you still have questions, you can raise your hand. Alright. In this bag that I'm going to give you is a bunch of different shapes. You're just going to pick one. Obviously, don't show your partner what shape it is. Okay? Stop. Let me finish directions, and then you can ask questions. You need to describe that shape, kind of like 20 questions, to your partner. So if I'm holding a square, I might say, Cade, it's a quadrilateral. It has equal sized sides. It has 2 sets of parallel sides and square corners. Okay?
Yeah.
Cade is going to figure out what it is. He can draw it, he can write it, whatever you would like to. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What you are not doing is you cannot say what it looks like in real life. So if I'm doing a square, I do not want to say it is the same shape as a TV.
That's a rectangle.
Well, depending on what your TV looks like.
Yeah.
Okay? Or you cannot say an octagon looks like a stop sign. Does that make sense? You have to use real attributes. You can't just say it looks like this other thing. Stop. Stop. Again, you're describing the shape's attributes to help them figure it out. It does not count if they don't have the best name. So for instance, William wrote parallelogram for our rhombus a second ago. That was correct, but I'm not going to give him the point because it wasn't the best name. Does that make sense? No, please stop. Are there questions? This would be the time that you raise your hand and you ask questions instead of just yelling out at me. Kylie.
Do they also have to write the name of it?
Yes. Draw and name just like we practiced. Cade?
So if you're picking a shape, you
you pick any shape in the back, or do you have to?
Well, you're gonna close your eyes and pick a shape. That way you're not like looking at all of them. Okay, Lily?
Does your shape have to be a quadrilateral?
Yeah, all of the shapes in the bag are quadrilaterals. Aiden?
What is I?
In other words, I don't know why it's IE, but that's what it means. Dorian?
So what if the rectangles in the bag are like all equal sided?
So if a rectangle has all equal sides, what's the best name for that shape? Have to use the best name.